I'm really happy to bring you this incredible smart contract, and I'm going to give you a quick getting started guide so you can know exactly how to get started and build up on this tremendous opportunity. Now, when you first get a link, it's going to look something like this on the top. But if you plug in a link like this into a URL, basically you're going to get this page. As you notice, there is no address here. There is no invite link. You only get an invite link after you've contributed and become a member. So you can see what you have available here. Here you would plug in how much you want to start with. You can write it in or you can type it in like this. You can do this. Then you have to agree. You have to deposit whatever it is. It's a minimum of 100 TRX, whatever TRX is worth. As you can see the stats here, there is nothing in here. This account is a brand new account. And then you notice that all these buttons are not available. Until you don't put something in, the buttons are not available. The first button is to withdraw and redeposit 50%, and you get back 50%. So you withdraw 50% and you redeposit 50%. The second button that will be available to you, this will be the withdraw and redeposit 100%. These two buttons will be available to you in the first 60 days. After the first 60 days, you will have this button available where you can withdraw all. There are conditions and there are terms which I'm not going to go through them exactly, but you can find out. You can get that information somewhere else. This is just a quick, so you understand a quick a guide of the website. Here you see the levels or the growth rewards. So you can see you get 10 levels and different percentages, starting with 3%, 2%, 1%, 0.5, 0.5, then 0.4, 0.3, 0.11, 1 down. So. Okay, so what you need to do is to take this referral link, whichever referral link you got from whoever you got it, and you need to either go to Token Pocket or to TronLink Pro, which is what we're going to do now. Now this is my TronLink Pro app, and you want to grab that link that you have and you go down to where it says Discover. When you click Discover, you see that these are called Deopps. This is where you would plug in the link that you got, and that's how you would then install the app on here. But I already have it here in the history, so we're going to enter that link. The link should populate, and now when you populate, you will see your personal address here. This is my address, and then it will create a link for you. Well, it will not create a link for you until you contribute at least 100 TRX. And the way to do that is, since this is going to be connected to your wallet, it will show here, it shows all my statistics, but this will be connected to your wallet, and then you would put in here, click place 100 or whatever you're going to place, or you could do it this way. This way you can add it this way. If I go 100 plus 500 is 600. If I add another one is 1000. I could do it that way, or I could just type it in 178. We could do it that way. You can do odd numbers. You don't have to do the exact numbers, but you must do at least 100 Tron to start with. Before I show you how to contribute, let's look at you have the home button. This is your home button, so you can get some information about what does this mean. What is a decentralized empowerment of prospering people, and how this was developed. Please look at this so you can learn more about what you're getting into. This is where you can have access to the white paper. Read the white paper. I will go through it very quickly. This is a very transparent, it's a decentralized with high security program that you need. Like as you can see, a minimum of 100 TRX, maximum of 3.5 million. Already total contributed has been 4.44 over 4 million, and we have a small community of 334, which is growing gradually and growing very very well with some excellent people. And here you get to see again the growth rewards. And here is the get started. We can get started here. Again, this is where you get the button for getting started is where you would have all your where you contribute. If we go to the guide, here is a guide which will tell you how much the investments are and what those tabs mean. A 50-50 tab. Remember, you're going to contribute when you add in the first 60 days. You will only be able to either do 50-50 split, 50% goes back in, 50% goes to you, or do a total redeposit of 100%. And if you read the terms, you will see that automatically there's a 2% of the withdrawal amount will go directly to support the Deopp smart contract. And then 8% here, 8% of this redeposit amount will work to support the ecosystem as it's been designed to help sustain the Deopp passive earnings. So this is a way of the people contributing back to the platform so that this will be long grow. It will grow for a long time and will always be available because we are contributing to ourselves. And every time you do this, whether you do 100% in, 2% goes to the contract, 8% of this amount, or 8% will go to support the ecosystem every time you withdraw. Now, to withdraw all that is available, the tab 3, remember you are agreeing to these terms, so please read the terms yourself, understand the terms yourself so you know exactly what you're doing. Notice tab number 3 will not highlight for use until after 60 days of your initial deposit or after 60 days from your last use of tab 3. So every 60 days, this will be available to people. This is to prevent people from putting in a lot of money and taking out a lot of money immediately. So the first 60 days, you can either or 50-50 split, tab 1 or tab 2, which is 100% redeposit. If you have to withdraw early, if there is an emergency, you do have the opportunity of withdrawing early. But remember, again, you're going to give 2% of that goes to the contract, but this time it will be an additional 20% will be automatically withdrawn from the remainder of the withdrawable amount. So when you take out early, so tab number 4 will always be highlighted for use for early withdrawals not reaching 103 Tron yet, or for those needing to withdraw without making an automatic redeposit. So before you redeposit, if it's an emergency and you have to take it out, take it out. But if not, continue building on this. I recommend that the first, I would say, in my opinion, but you do whatever is best for you. The first 30 days, you should at least redeposit 100%. Whenever you can, you redeposit when you get to over 100 Tron. And remember that that there's going to be some charges in there. Some fees will be charged, and so you want to build your nest egg as quickly as possible, redepositing whatever you can when you can. So do 100% in the beginning, then later on go to the tab of the 50-50 split. So maybe the first 30 days could be 100% redeposit. Next 30 days could be 50-50 split. This way, this will keep on and on forever. So those are the terms. Read them. Look at let's go take a look at the white paper. Here's a wallet tutorial so that you see basically this is the Tron. It's going to run through how to use the Tron apps. So view the information. It tells you how to use the Tron apps, which is what we're going through here. I'm going through this quickly because you can either stop this, so you can install Tron wallets, whichever one, Tron Link or Tron Pocket. I believe you can also do this on Clever. I'm using Tron Link. I kind of like Tron Link. It's pretty good. It shows you exactly how to create a Tron Pocket or Tron Link account. Make sure that you keep and use your keywords, those keywords. Never, ever, ever, never, ever give those to anybody, ever. Right? So you can have this on your mobile. You could also have it on your desktop, but I don't think it works as it doesn't have all the features on your desktop, but you still will be able to move stuff around. And learn how to use your Tron Link itself. Learn how to use the Tron Link app itself. So let's go back. So you see that is where you can now, the wallet tutorial. You have a wallet tutorial to give you that information. Here is the smart contract itself. Exactly how much is in the smart contract. Remember, a smart contract is decentralized. No one has control over it. Everything is here for everyone's perusal to see exactly what's going on. Here you have the contract address, so you can delve deeper into the contract itself, and you can see exactly how much is in the balance is exactly 1.4 million, and how much that is worth. As far as right now, Tron is about 11 cents. That is worth over $155,000 as of November 21st, 2021. Here is an audit report. Very important that you want to make sure that your contracts, they are decentralized. No one controls them, but everything has been written and clarified in the contract. So this is an immutable contract which someone has, or this company has, scrutinized to make sure that there are no errors, there are no bugs, there are no what they call back doors. There is no way to do what they call a rug pull. There are no back doors for people to take out the monies out of here. And this has been done by an independent party. And I'm running through this quickly. Again, you can stop this or you can go to it. Please know what you're getting into. The contract explains everything. 8% referral commissions for over 10 levels, explaining everything and exactly how this contract was created and how it will sustain itself for a long time. Of course, we always have a disclaimer that we are not consultants. Sometimes there are things that no one can foresee, and always never put monies in here that you cannot afford to lose. If you need to look further, if you're interested, you have here who and what was created with this. So that is the contract. That's very important to know. There is also the white paper. The white paper explains exactly how this contract was developed and the purpose of it and the rewards and exactly all the terms that we've been talking about so far. But here you get to see it a little better. Again, this is not a long, extensive thing, but it explains exactly when you click the terms and conditions, you are agreeing to these terms and conditions. So you should know what those are. And here goes the tabs again so you can get a better understanding of those. I'm going through these quickly so that just to give you a brief intro and understanding as to why we believe that this is one of the top contracts ever developed. But please do review it, understand it. Whether you recruit or not is irrelevant. You can if you want. You don't have to. Whatever you deposit in here will be whatever you earn. So you don't have to recruit. It's not necessary. There are no recruitment requirements. So we're back to the get started. So this is what it looks like on your cell, and this is more or less what it would look like on your desktop. So you can go through this on your desktop if you want to and see everything that's going on. So this will make it a little easier for you to view if you have a desktop, or you can just do it on your mobile. You can also do it on Tron Pocket. You'll do the same thing. You go to your dApps. You would click on here. You would type in or paste in the referral link that was given to you, and then you will be able to have access to the dApp in here as well. Notice that then it will load up. Some very important points you may want to know about your TronLink Pro is the bottom buttons down here. Here are your assets. Here's your market. Here's the discover button where you can put any dApp that will connect directly to your TronLink. And here is your personal information here. Let's start with assets. Here are your assets, all of your coins that you have in here. Very important that you know. Notice this over here. Energy. Tron works with energy. If you don't have energy, sometimes you cannot create transactions, or sometimes they may charge you a little more for transactions. And bandwidth. This is given to you from the app itself. As you see, is a total of 1,500. I'm at 1,470. If you don't use it, you will gradually accumulate energy. If you use it often, then you will drain the energy. As soon as I do a transaction here, this energy and this bandwidth will drain itself. And then I need to either replenish it or wait until it goes up, or this is a freeze and unfreeze. This first button up here. Here's where you can swap. This is, you don't have to worry about this. You can add assets here, but if you want to add any other assets, I'll show you that in a second. But very important is that you know about freezing and unfreezing. This is where, notice, it'll tell you exactly how much energy you have, what is your bandwidth, and what are your voting rights. The voting rights basically are, I froze 100 TRX. You could do 50, you could do less. But remember also that once you freeze it, you could take it out, and you may see it in your balance, but you do not have access to it until you unfreeze it. So this is, look what it says, frozen amount. Here is my balance. I have 114 balance, and I can enter any amount that I want in here. And this is, notice here, you can freeze. If I can now, I can add in any amount I want to freeze, or I can go to unfreeze. And if you notice when it says unfreeze, there are two buttons here, energy button. So as you notice, I have in energy, amount frozen of tokens is 100. Usually, I forget, I think it's like 24 or 48 hours. I forgot exactly the amount. After 24 or 48 hours, you could take out whatever you freeze. You do not have to leave it there. And once you've accumulated energy, you could conceivably take this out and then use it. But always have a little extra on the side. You need extra, not only frozen, but you also need it in your balance, because there will be fees. Sometimes fees that you don't know you don't anticipate. So always have a little extra in your balance. Do not just take everything out of your account. So as you notice, this is the current wallet account. You can see my wallet account here. You can see the date that this was, the unfreezing time. That I can unfreeze this, but I'm not. You have, again, you can either or freeze or unfreeze energy or bandwidth. Usually it is more the energy that you have problems with, but you could do a little bit into energy and a little bit into bandwidth. But remember, these are the two buttons that you're working with to be able to see what you're working with, which one you want. So that's how you freeze. And this is where you want to make sure that you have some energy. This is your energy here. This is your bandwidth here. Okay, so that's how TRX works. Another thing here is your market. that we were just in assets. Here is the market. This is where you can see what is your history, basically what happened. I tried. This is what happened to me. Mine failed because I think I didn't have enough in there to work with. So you see it failed. It tells you can click on there, success. So this is your history. So in case you want to see what the heck happened to your money, and sometimes it will charge you even if you did not complete the transaction. So be careful with that. Here's 1 TRX right now is worth 0.109, almost 11 cents. And you can go to Just Swap to swap coins. Here, this is also not only the market, but the swapping. So I can exchange TRX for USDT or any of these other coins. If I have any of them, I can exchange them for USDC, back and forth, or vice versa. If I click in the middle here, it toggles back to TRX first. This is from USDC to TRX. I'm using, see it says from here, it's kind of gray, from USDC to TRX. So this way you see, if I go to Just Swap, I can go into, Just Swap has now a way to also, Just Swap is connected to your Tron link. So it tells you, basically I have a balance of 114 TRX, and I can exchange those for any of these coins here. Whichever one I choose, I can change it to USDC. And so it's going from TRX to, and if I click here, it changes. You see, now the USDC is on top. If I click here, the TRX is on top. So this way it goes from TRX to USDC. If I click this arrow here, it goes from USDC to TRX. Make sure you have those in your account before you do anything. Notice that this Just Swap has $1.8 billion in their swapping pool. You can also do pools, but we're not going to go into liquidity and stuff like that and into pools. But that's another story. Anyway, okay, so now you have your Discover, you have your My. Here is your history. This is what you need to know. You can also, here's history, so you see exactly all of your history. You can look at what was received. You can look at what was sent. Or you can look at everything and see the dates and the times that these smart contracts or whatever TRX transfers were done, and everything else if you need to go back into your history. Okay. You also have, sometimes you can go through here, advanced features. If you go to advanced features, you see that you have a Deopp browser. Sometimes I use this. Here it will tell you all of the dApps that you're connected to, that your Tron link is connected to. You will go here and paste the address that you were given, and that's another way of going into, another way of adding in any of these dApps or decentralized app. A dApp is a decentralized app. Also remember about your addresses and your mnemonic phrases. Never ever give those to anybody. Very important. No matter, make sure anybody who asks you for your information, they are trying to scam you. This has happened to many people in different ways. Don't trust anyone who, no one should need to go into your account. There's no reason for it. If there's a problem, they should be able to direct you on how to correct that problem. Here are your settings, so you know language, currency, and so forth and so on. So that's a quick review of the Tron Link Pro, and you should review these so that you know exactly where things are, and so you can play around with them. If you're doing it, no, you shouldn't have a problem with any of it. So here are your assets. This is your home page. Again, on the bottom, assets, market, discover, mine. Here is your swapping. If you ever have some coins that you want to swap, you can swap it there. Down at the bottom here, these are the toggle points as well. This is where you add an asset. Let's say you didn't have, in the beginning, you may not have all of these coins. If you wanted to add a particular address, you would have to get the contract address of that particular coin, click on add an address, and then click it in here and add it onto there. And then that will add, like, if you don't have Bitcoin, you have to go to the Bitcoin address. You shouldn't have to add anything, but once you get to understand this a little more. So that gives you a quick guide into how to use not only the Deopp, but also how to use your TronLink and how to get your TRX. You can buy TRX in various places. You can buy TRX on Clever. I believe you can also use Clever as a place to upload this Deopp. And Clever is also a very good place to buy coins and to swap them and to have everything centralized so that you can have more than one place. So you can also use Clever. Clever is also very good. You can also buy and different coins here. If you go down to here where there's the little world, this is where you would include your URL, your affiliate link, the link that you were given. You can add it in here. I'm not going to go through a whole Clever explanation, but you can see that you can buy TRX here, you can buy Bitcoin, and you can also swap them. Down here is your swap button, this little circle here, and you can work from there. Just a quick, I like Clever. Clever's really, really nice. So that gives you a general idea and a general guide of what you're using, of the different tabs of getting started. This is where you would get started. This is your guide. You have some wallet tutorials so you can learn how to use this. You have a smart contract. If someone referred you to this video or someone referred you to Deopp, they should be there to help you move along. You should not have to go to someone else to ask them questions. Whoever is a referrer should be aware of this information, and whoever referred you is the person that you want to go to get information from first. If that person does not have that, your referrer does not have the necessary information, your referrer is responsible for getting the information to you, guiding you and supporting you in learning how to use this. So go back to them first. They should then go to their referrer if they cannot answer your questions. This should go up the ladder in that fashion, as opposed to, we also have some chat groups. You can go into the chat groups of people. They are very supportive and very friendly. You can go into the chat groups, but please use the process first of going to your referrer first, because a lot of these questions have already been answered 10,000 times. Not that we don't mind answering them 10,001, but again, the person who refers you is getting a commission for referring you, so they are responsible for learning this information first and foremost and teaching you how to use it. So I hope that was helpful. Go back to the person who referred you to this information to get more info. This could change your life, your family's lives, and your future.